I discovered my husband has been secretly recording our arguments for years. I found it by accident, a hidden folder on our shared cloud storage labeled insurance. I thought it was about our home policy. Instead, I found dozens of audio files spanning 3 years of our marriage. My husband had been secretly recording our arguments. I sat frozen at my desk as I clicked on the first file. My own voice filled the room, minus angry, shouting things I barely remembered saying during a fight about his mother's holiday visit. You always take her side. I am your wife, not your roommate. I cringed hearing myself but kept listening. I'm just asking you to be reasonable. You are overreacting again. I felt sick because listening to it now, years later, I could hear what I couldn't see then. How he'd deliberately use that patronizing tone, how he'd say things specifically designed to escalate me, how he'd remain perfectly composed while I became increasingly emotional. I clicked another file. Another argument, same pattern. In every recording I sounded unhinged while he was the voice of reason. The perfect husband dealing with his crazy emotional wife. Then I found a text document. Watts, he'd been keeping alongside the recordings the 15th of April minus. She screamed for 7 minutes, threatened divorce again. Good ammunition if she ever tries to take the kids. The 22nd of June minus got her to admit she threw the plate useful. The 3rd of September mentioned her family's history of mental illness. She completely lost it. Perfect. My hands were shaking. This wasn't just documentation. This was manipulation, deliberate provocation followed by careful recording of my reactions. For 3 years, my husband had been building a case against me, creating evidence that I was unstable, crafting a narrative where he was the victim. I thought about all the times he'd said calm down when I was barely upset. All the times he'd twisted my words until I was defensive and angry. All the times he'd walked away saying, I can't talk to you when you are like this. It was gaslighting, meticulously documented by the gaslighter himself. I copied everything to my personal drive, then deleted the folder from our shared cloud. That night I acted completely normal, smiled through dinner, laughed at his jokes, kissed him goodnight. The next morning I met with a divorce attorney and played the recordings. She didn't blink. This is actually helpful for us, she said. He's created evidence of his own psychological abuse. I haven't confronted him yet. He doesn't know that I know. But as I watch him, checking his phone, smiling at me with that same calm confidence, I realize something chilling. The man I married has been preparing for our divorce since the day we said, I do.